This episode, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be focused around fixtures, right? Because we did a lot of stuff already. We implemented routes and all that shenanigans, API handlers, authentication, authorization. But if you guys want to test, if we actually want to test our application, convenient, handy, without too much hassle, we need to have fixtures, right? And what is a fixture? A fixture is basically, well, we need a way to basically easily add users, easily add bookings, rooms to our tests. So before we actually can fetch in a test, we want to fetch hotels or something, or we want to test if somebody can book, then we need hotels and rooms and all that stuff, and a user. So that are basically these fixtures we are going to do. And also, if we open up our seat, right, it's the same thing. Like we do seat booking and all that stuff, and I think we could make something like a fixtures module, and we could also use these fixtures for our seats, right? So without any further ado, let's get started. So I think we have API DB. I think we're going to make a new folder in DB. We're going to call this fix. Actually, we need to be. Wait, I want to check something first. A types booking here. Let's try. It could be that we are encountering. So wait. It's gonna be fixtures, and I'm gonna try it here, guys, because it could be that we are coming into circular dependencies, and if we come across circular dependencies, that's actually a good thing, because then you already experienced why they happen and how to prevent them. And that's why I don't like to have multiple, too much folder structure going on. But I think fixtures is gonna be fine. So we're going to make a new file. I'm going to call this fixtures.go. Fixtures, boom, package. Fixtures. Something like that. Is that the correct name? Not quite sure, to be honest. So we're going to say func, for example, fixtures.new users or users. How are you going to do that? Fixtures.add users. Something like that is going to return. We don't care about the error, I think. That could basically just panic out, in my opinion. Because fixtures are basically for testing, but... Let's try with this. So let's open up our seed file. Let's go. We're gonna try some stuff. We're gonna do some creative solution thingy. Seed user is gonna be this, and then we need a DB. We need that. So we're gonna say that we need a store, which is going to be a db.store. All right, that's going to be fine. So we're going to say here, we're going to copy this, actually. We're going to have a store, email, Alan. Do we... Actually, I have an idea. First name, last name, PV. We're not going to do that because we're going to generate that. It's going to be strings. Admin is a boolean. So we're going to say that this is going to be the email, Evan, Alan, and the password is going to be fmtsprintf. And that's going to be the first name underscore last name, Evan, Alan. so it's going to be easy. And that's the thing. We're going to do user is admin is going to be admin. We're going to log fatal out, that's fine. And then we're going to say store user. We're going to insert that. And we're going to return this inserted user. That's the first thing we're going to do. How we going to test these fixtures? That's a good point. I think we're going to test them in seed itself. So we're going to quickly do something like a return here. And we're going to say... Actually, we need a DB. Do we have that? We don't, because we have all these things here. So we're gonna say first in here, we're gonna say that the DB hotel store client and all that stuff. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna copy the whole shebang, paste that in the main function. Then we're going to say DB is going to be a DB store. Let's copy all these things. Let's say we want only the hotel store here. And then we're going to say something like user is this. The booking is this. The room store needs a hotel store. That basically means that I'm gonna do this. A room hotel store. Wait, what's going on here? Yeah. DB, that's actually fine. What's going on? Like this. That's going to be fine. So we have a DB, and then we're going to say that the user is going to be fixtures at user. That needs to have a store. To be honest, let's make this a store, because otherwise it's going to be confusing. So we're going to say store, and then we're going to say the email. We're not going to provide an email here. Let's open up fixtures once again, because I think what we're going to do is we're also going to make the email based on the first name and last name, right? So we're going to say that the email is going to be an fmts_printf, right? Something like this. It's easily for us to test because we know exactly how it's being built. So we're going to say it's going to be %s@%lastname.com, right? And it's going to be Alan, Evan, Alan. That's the email. Back to seed, by the way. All right, so we're going to say foo. Actually, to be honest, we could do James. James foo is no admin, so we're going to say false. We cannot use this store because we're missing something. That's true. We're missing the hotel store. What do we miss? A DB store. User hotel room booking. User hotel room booking. Oh yeah, we need a pointer to this thing. True. So we can do this, right? Fine. And I'm going to say fmt println user. Let's see, make seat. And that seems good. We have James Foo. This is James Foo, yada, 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 yada. Perfectly fine. So fixture add user. That seems very good, actually, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go back to fixtures. So we have add user, that's fine. The next thing we're gonna do is add hotel, right? So you're gonna say func add hotel store. It's going to be a db.store once again. Let's open hotel here real quick. What do we have? A name. So we're going to say name is going to be a string. We also need a location. Loc. And we're going to say, we're going to say name string, location string, rating is going to be an integer, and I'm going to say rooms, it's going to be a slice of pointers to types.room. And that's going to return a types.hotel. Yes, yes, yes. That's what it's going to be. So let's open up Seed once again to see how we seeded our hotels. So we can copy some stuff. So we're going to copy this thing, paste that in here, delete this, delete this. So it's going to be, the name is the name, lock. This is going to be the rooms. Wait, there's going to be a slice of, actually, maybe we should say there's going to be a slice of primitive IDs. Primitive object ID. Alright, just like that. So we could do something like rooms, room IDs is going to be a slice of a pointer to primitive object ID. We're going to instantiate this because otherwise we're going to have problems. And then we're going to say if rooms is nil. Wait, there's going to be room IDs is going to be rooms, but if rooms ID is nil, room IDs is going to be a slice of primitive object ID, and we're going to instantiate that. So then we're going to say room ID. So this is always instantiated. Yes, we're going to say store hotel, insert this thing, ctx, that can be, it doesn't matter, it could be a to-do, context to-do, perfectly fine. And we're gonna return the inserted hotel, right? That's what we're gonna do. So that basically means if we go to seed right now, we can do something like hotel is going to be fixtures, add hotel, and store. We could do and store here, but you could also do it here, right, guys? You could also do and store here, so, and then we don't need to provide it here, right? It's the same thing. So it's going to be some hotel. There's going to be, the location is Bermuda, and the rating is going to be 5 stars, and we're going to say nil for rooms. That basically means that it should be creating a hotel with no rooms inside of it, without any further problems, right? So we're going to say make seed. Where do we have no problemos? It's going to be here, right? That's the problem. So I'm going to cut this out real quick. Yes, we have a hotel and we have no rooms. That's fine. Actually, to be honest, no, it's fine. Like I said, there are a lot of things we could advance here, but hey, it doesn't matter at all. So now we have this. The next thing we're going to do in our fixtures here is func add room. Name, is that true? Let's see what's going on. Hotel room as a size. Size is a string. Seaside is a bool. Price is a float. Hotel ID is going to be, I'm going to say this, hit hotel ID is going to be a primitive object ID, and it's going to return types room. Let's open up the seed real quick to see what's go. Yeah, seed room, this one, copy actually the whole shebang, hop, paste it in here. because we have these seats in our seat script, which is basically a script. It's a main. We cannot import that into our tests. So that's why the reason why we do this. It's going to be a hit. Room store is going to be the store.room. Insert the room. And we're going to return this insert the room. That's fine. So if you open up a seat, we can do something like, we have a hotel here. So we could say the room is going to be fixtures. Add room. Store. It's going to be a large room. Then we need to have seaside is going to be true. Price is 98.44, and then we're going to have a hotel ID, which is going to be the hotel.id. And we're going to basically print out the room and see if that is going to work. Make a seat, by the way. Large true, yes, we have that. So what I want to quickly test here is in my Mongo stuff. I'm going to reload my data. It's seeding it in hotel reservation, that's fine. What I want to do, if I make seed again, the problem is going to be that it's not going to, is it going to, it is, it's going to, we drop here. Yeah, we drop here, that's fine. All good. I think the last thing we need to do in our fixtures is basically find a way to add a booking. There's a store DB store. It's a booking. How are we going to do that? We're going to say a room, an add ID. What do we need? An add ID, also a user ID. Who's going to book that? It's going to be UID. Add ID is a primitive .min key. That's actually not true. It's going to be a primitive .object ID, but we're also going to spend the from till. It's going to be a time. And that's going to return a types booking. Yeah, that's fine. Let's open up. Actually, we can't. We are in seed, by the way. No, it's fixtures. We're going to open up seed to see how we seeded those bookings. It's this one. Actually, simple things, by the way, right? So it's basically copy pasting things out and make it so we can reuse it, right? That's the main goal of this thing. So the user ID is the UID. Is going to be the arrit from till booking store.booking. You see it works out pretty fine, right? These things. And then instead of that, we're going to return. It's going to be the booking itself. Inserted booking. Return inserted booking, just like that. So we're going to have that. Let's open up seed like this. So we have a hotel, we have a user, an hotel, and a room. So now we can say booking is going to be fixtures, add booking, store, user ID, room ID, time.now, and time.now.add date. Add date 0, 0, and we're going to add 5 days, and then we're going to say empty println or booking. Look at this, make seat. Yes, look at that. Good to me. Now we have something cool. Now we have all these fixtures. Now we can use these fixtures because we're going to test, right? We can delete this. So what we could do basically is we could do, for example, if you want to seat more hotels, we can do that, right? But it's fine. For our pagination, we're going to do this later on. Let's clean up this stuff. What we gonna do like we did, this booking, do we need that? Booking. Like this. User. Admin. admin, true. James, user ID for the week, so we can copy these things, right? So we can copy these things if we want to play around with our application. Admin ID, right? So if we see it, it's all about making yourself as comfortable as possible. So now we can see, okay, oh wait, we need to have the token actually here. So now we have these user IDs here and the booking ID, so we can copy that stuff and paste that in our request and everything. But what we want to do is this token. We're going to say, actually, James, we don't need the ID, we want the token, right? So we're going to do this API, create a user token, user, and then we're going to do the same thing. Actually, we're going to paste that in here. Delete this, make James an admin, and this gonna be the admin. All right, look at this. This is actually clean stuff. What's going on? And if we make seed, we're gonna have these GBT tokens printed out. Look at this, and we can use them for demonstration purposes and all that shenanigans. All right. The next thing what I want to do, first of all, in this API, we're gonna have this user handler, right? First of all, I'm going to make a new file. I'm going to call this test helpers. Test helpers, because if you open up user store, user handler, you're going to see that we're going to have, in the user handler, you see we're going to have this, right? We're going to have this test thingy in user handler. We don't want that. I want to split that out, and I'm going to make this package API. Just like that. I'm gonna copy this test DB stuff, tear down, setup. Yeah, we're gonna paste that in here. Delete that in there. Why can't we handle? Did I save this? What's going on here? Because I cannot type. That's fine. Okay. So I think we are good. Let me see in seed. Seed users, we're not going to use that anymore. Seed room, we're not going to use this. Seed booking, we're not going to use this. Seed hotel, we're not going to use this. Yada, yada, yada. Delete all that stuff. I don't think we need this anymore. Are we using that? I don't think so. The CTX also not. The client actually also not. The CTX, that could be, do we need CTX a lot here? I don't think so. Yeah, a couple times. So we're going to make the CTX here. This error, we don't need that. We're going to say CTX is going to be context background. Delete till comma. CTX in here. CTX in there. Guys, look at this. It's looking beautiful. This init function, we don't need it anymore. Boom, D is gone. Let's kill these on the right side. Look at this. Now we have a beautiful seed script that's refactored completely. Amazing stuff. Make seed for the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We are in a good spot. Fixtures, that's fine. Test helpers, that's what I want to be in. So what I want to do in this test helpers, for now we have a test DB, right? And a test DB only has a user store. We don't want that. So I think we're going to make this a store, which is going to be a DB store. And that's going to be a pointer to a DB store, right? So this tear down, what we want to do is we're also going to give this a client, which is going to be a mongo.client. I'm going to delete this real quick. We're going to say here if r is going to be tdb client database. Database is going to be, don't we use this user handler test? We still fucked with setup. Undefined setup in test post user. What are we doing wrong? Test DB name. It's going to be hotel reservation test. That's that. So we're gonna say test db name. Wait, where do we do this setup? It's here. Wait, let me kill these things because the font is so huge that we need to double check. Test db URI, perfectly fine. The user Mongo store. Aha! I can already spot a problemo here. Yeah. It's gonna test against the normal database. Do we care? Do we care about that? Maybe. Maybe. We're gonna drop it each test, right? Context to do. It's fine because we have all these fixtures anyway. T fatal ash. That's fine. So if we want to make this, we're going to say that the client here is going to be the client. That's wrong. This is going to be a store, and that's going to be a DB store, right? And we need to have some stuff, right? We need to have a user here. That's going to be a db.new user Mongo store client. Let's copy a couple times. We're going to say hotel. We cannot do that. Hotel needs to be in here because for hotel, we need that for the dependency in rooms, I think. Hotel store client. Yes, fine. Let's make this a room. db new room store. And this is going to be a booking. db booking store. What is going on here? And then we're going to say the hotel is going to be the hotel store here. So what is going on? Unknown field store in testdb literal. Oh yeah, it's true. We could do this. Actually, to be honest, we could do store. It doesn't matter. No. We're gonna embed it. We're gonna embed it like that, right? We're gonna embed this thing. So room is depending on the hotel store. Perfectly fine. Yes. So now we have a good setup here. Tier down testdb. The problem is nobody is using this. Why is that problem here? Because we're sitting here in test helpers. For some reason, a user handler test, we cannot. Package API is unused. Yeah, I see. Oh wait, it's working. Just a little problem here. It's the new user handler will basically take in a TDB user now. And that's it. Let me see if this is gonna work. We have an out handler shenanigans problem, I know. User. Doing some refactorings, very important. Fixtures and all that stuff, very important for you guys and for us to basically do our tests and make this complete. Sounds good to me. Actually, to be honest, Here, insert test user. You know, you see this? I think we can actually, if we delete this and we do make test, we're going to have a problem. What we're going to do is inserted user is going to be fixtures. And now I'm curious. Fixtures.add user, not booking, my man. Not booking, my man. We need a store, which is the TDB. And we also need event for first name. James. James Fu. And is it not going to be an admin? That's that. So that's our new fixtures we're going to use. Of course, the password is going to be something else, right? The password is James_Fu. I think. Gonna do the same thing here, by the way. Copy this. Actually, we don't need this insert user here. We could do just this. Boom, boom, boom. And this is going to be james.fu.com. That's perfectly fine. Password not correct. That's also completely fine. Make test. Let's see if that's going to work. Yes. All right. So we've refactored a bit with our fixtures. Amazing. Because... Where's this insert test user? We don't need this. You see, everything is coming together right now. We are basically making things more fine-tuned, making things more production grade, making things more better to scale our project up. Because if you want to have more tests and more stuff, now we have cool places where to make our fixtures, where to do our tests, and have a nice test DB with all these things inside of it. And if we need to add one, then we can go to test helpers here, right? And then if we have a new, for example, a new DB, it's very simple. We can add the new DB right here, for example, new domain, right? Or new entity. We can add it here, and we can make a new MongoDB implementation from it, pass in the client, and call it a day. You know what I mean? And it's available everywhere in our application. Hey, that's value. Let us be honest. That's value. So let's set up, the next thing is going to be, for example, if we have, for example, a new file, and we're going to make a test, we're going to make a bookings test handler. So we're going to say booking handler test.go, because I want to test that stuff. So we're going to say package API func test booking test get bookings, and it's going to be admin, right? Test admin get bookings, because remember, only the admin can test the bookings, can get the bookings, and nobody else. Unless you get one booking, your own booking, right? And actually, you should also fetch your own bookings. But hey, that's another route. You can implement it if you want, right? You can implement 10,000 routes. You know what I mean? If you have 4 or 5 entities, you can make an incredible amount of routes. The only thing is, does it make sense, right? You only need to implement the routes you are actually going to need in your front end. You know what I mean? Is this save that? It's fine. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to say TDB is going to be, I have no clue. TDB, new. I have no clue how we did this. Let me open up test helpers. Setup, that's the thing. Setup T probably. Setup T, and then we're going to say defer DB tier down, so it can basically clean everything up. And then we're going to say we're going to insert some stuff. First of all, we're going to make a user. It's going to be add fixtures, add users, DB store, James, foo, false. Then we're going to say hotel. It's going to be fixtures, add hotel, DB store. We need a name. It's going to be the bar hotel. Location is going to be A. We don't care about the location. Then we're going to say the rating is going to be, I don't know, 4. And then we need No, we're not going to add rooms yet because we can add the rooms here. So we're going to say this room is going to be, let's kill this here, fixtures, add room, db store. We're going to say that the size is going to be a small room. We need seaside, true. We need a price for 4, doesn't really matter actually. We want a hotel ID, it's going to be hotel.id, and we want a user ID. No, a hotel ID, that's all what we need. And then we're going to make a booking. And that's going to be the fixtures.add booking, db store. And we need probably the user.id, the room.id, and from till. So we're going to say something from. It's going to be time, now, till. It's going to be from, at date, 005 days. From, till. Now we have a booking. And now we're going to actually check. Let's print this booking. Let's print this booking. Let's run this test. Boom. And we have this booking. Perfectly fine. So each time we're going to run this test, this booking will be inside. So now we can actually do our thing. I think maybe we should do this stuff in the next episode because otherwise it's going to take some time. So we said everything is set up. We have our fixtures. We have refactored some stuff. We basically are in a very, very good position because right now we have an easy way to test all of these things. And in the next episode, we're going to test a couple of these admin related stuff so we can also try to test with GWT and all that stuff, so you guys have a good idea how to make these tests, a good foundation to build upon. And after that, we're going to do a couple of more things. We're going to do pagination and all that stuff, very important, so you guys know that. We're going to try to Dockerize it, and we're going to maybe do some here and there, some fine tunings, and then I think we have our project done, because yeah, then we have basically everything an API needs to have is included, right? But we will see. And if there is something missing or is there something that we really need to do, then it will be updated, and you're gonna see that, right? Okay, see you in the next episode.